Beer Man. Alrighty, it's another Beer and Tuesday. How you guys doing tonight? All right. So we got a great panel again here tonight for some, still daytime for me. We got Michael Komaroff. Welcome, guys. Michael Komaroff, Miscellaneous Brew Reviews, Bumpy Road Brewery, Chadeo, and Beer Man. And in the chat, we have Burley came in early there. Hell yeah. Cheers, man. And, of course, myself saying Cheeser's back. And then anywhere in Twitter and Facebook, if you're looking through my retweet or whatever they can call it, restream, yeah. Welcome. So let's all glasses, baby. Hell yeah. We're going to do a Gouda cheese. It's a designated one today. And everyone was able to study it out and get the proper beer, hopefully, for their Gouda, or at least something that goes with it, let's say. Hopefully it's not a bad thing. So let's go ahead and bring up the panel here. All right, we'll start with Michael.
Okay, I have Stone Fear Movie Lions, and it's a double IPA that's 60 IBUs and 8.5%. And I had only seen this in a can before, too. So it's kind of cool that I got it in the bottle. Nice little lion on the front. And I have, from Holland, some Gouda cheese made with goat milk. And it comes from my food co-op. There's a little container around that you can't really see it. And I have it displayed now on a plate. So I'll be ready to compare the two, and when we come back around.
Very nice. Did you want to pour it now or later?
Okay, I can pour it.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah,
I don't mind pouring it. Let's see. Hopefully it'll look good in the glass. Let's see. We got.
That's crazy. I can get that beer all year round, but I've never seen it in a bottle.
I've never seen that. Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, I avoided the Alex pour, which is good. It's got like a half finger head. It's a little off-white. Nice hazy look. Hazy. It's darker than it's coming on in the camera shot. So it's a darker orange than you're seeing. But I'll give a full description when we come back around.
Right on, man. Thank you. All right, Miscellaneous.
All right. Good. Yeah, I'll show you the cheese first. So I got the boar's head. I got the Chipotle Gouda. Got the old cubes chopped up. Not so fancy display. It was kind of running behind. It was my dad's birthday, so I stopped at the bar and had a couple beers and some shooters with him. Yeah. Happy birthday, Dad. And beer I've got is can't really pronounce this. What's the shirt? I can't pronounce that shit.
No.
Try. So yeah, this is a Marzen. This is Roush beer. The classic smoke beer is what it says at the top. So I've had this beer a few times. It's pretty good. Bit of a Alex pour. It's about a 3, I'd say 4-finger head. It kind of looks like Swiss cheese. It's very frothy, memory foam-like, as Beer Man would say. Nice amber color. Hard to catch on here. It looks very opaque, but not really when you put it up. Maybe ruby, but nice brown color. It's going to work. Cheers, guys.
Nice. Cheers, man. Thank you. All right, Bumpy.
I'm going to be muting myself a lot tonight, but hopefully you guys can hear me. We got a lot of folks over, so it's noisy. The cheese that I'm bringing is Bearman's done this one. I think a few of us have done this.
Yep.
The red apple cheese, apple smoked natural Gouda. It's real cheese. So right there. It is smoked with apple and hardwood, crafted in Wisconsin. It comes in a round formation. I cut it in half, and then I just kind of cut it into like little cheese wedges. That's what it's looking like. The beer that I'm bringing is Julius Ecker, and it is Dunkel Hefeweizen or Dunkel Weissbier, 5.3% ABV. Let's go ahead and crack this open and pour it in a glass so you see what it looks like. Very large bottle. It's like a 500 ml, so 16.9 fluid ounce bottle. Dirty glass, but whatever. Like dirty as in I've used it. Dirty, not dirty.
It's naughty.
Dirty.
Naughty.
It's actually dirty. Yeah, so the head on this, very tight niched. It's a really odd white hue to the head.
White.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like tooth white. And then the beer itself is a brown. It's like a caramel brown, kind of caramel colors down the reservoir of the glass, and it's hazy because it is a Hefeweizen, which means suspended yeast, basically.
Nice.
So cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, nice, man. Cool. Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you.
That sounds good.
Chadeo.
All right. Well, for the umpteenth time, I am bringing smoked Gouda from Sheeney Market, Kroger, King Supers, whatever you want to call it. I really think this is Boar's Head. They just cut it off the wheel and just kind of relabel it. That's what she looks like, all cut up and all nice like right there. Oh, there. And the beer I am bringing, apparently not too many people have seen this one. It is Sweetwater 420 Imperial IPA, 9.1% ABV. Still states Atlanta, Georgia on the side, but I think Miscellaneous is right when he said it's probably being manufactured or brewed here in Colorado with whomever is distributing it. So, let's crack open this Imperial IPA.
Nice. Heck yeah, dude.
I'll get some of that soon enough.
I hope so.
If not, I'm writing a very bad vulgar email.
There you go.
Cheers.
There it is.
Cheers,
nice,
man.
almost an apricot in color, very copper in color. Beautiful. One finger, kind of off-white head. Some various bubbles in there. Look at that. Good-looking beer. Medium to high effervescence coming up in the glass. Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Thanks, Chadeo.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, it's my turn now. I'll start with the cheese. So this is another Holland cheese, Dutch cheese. 1,000-day aged Gouda from Landana. Premium quality. Full-bodied and mature taste. Served with red wine or fresh fruit. This is what the packaging looks like. It's a real hard cheese. It's got a big, hard crust around it. And I'll just show you the cheese, but, well, here. It's just real hard and yellowed. It has a real hard shell. It looks aged. It feels aged. It's crusty. It smells really buttery and salty and almost like a caramel smell as well. It's really nice. Or like Mexican sugar. That Mexican sugar candies. That's what it smells like. Kind of like a brown sugary sugar thing going on. Nice. All right. So this one is Founders Dirty Bastard. Most of you have probably heard of this. 8.5%, 50 IBUs. Seemed appropriate for a Gouda. Bottled on 5/11/21. So it's fairly new in the bottle. That's that. They have the other one too. I was gonna get that. It was like 11%, but the whiskey barrel aged one or bourbon or it was like a single malt barrel or something that they age it in. I don't know, but I just was in the mood for something lighter. But I want something heavy.
Or the backwards.
Yeah.
Backwards.
Got this big ass glass, dude. I always laugh at it because it's so huge. It's got this huge like thistle top, but I mean, look at that in the glass. It looks sick. Oh, I can't. You can't see it. Damn it!
Like the room
Get
to
up here.
spare.
Just a real nice. It looks awesome in there. A nice like tan off white or no, it's like a tan khaki or tan head, 3-finger head. Alex pour. Hazy beer. It's not like you can still see like shadows and stuff. It's kind of a red auburn like color, a browned red or a ruby garnet. Real quick smell. It's just really malty. It has like a little bit of raisin fruit or something as well. Plummy raisin, malty. It's got the roasted malts as well. Very nice. I can't wait to get into this and see how this tastes with that. So cheers to you guys. All right. And cheers to real quick to the chat. Mr. Munoz TV just pulled in. Just hooked up with him not too long ago. Hook up with him if you want. If you'd like, please do. And we got so many cool people in here. We got Paul Middlefro. We got Burley Sullivan. We got JV's Hangout. We got Chadeo, of course, here on the panel as well. Lee County Scratcher. Square, I didn't see you, man. What's up, STD? Tommy Carroll's in here. And that's about it. But thank you for being here so much. We appreciate it. So let's get going with these reviews and bring up Michael.
Okay, here's what the bottle looks like again with the lion on the front from Stone. Fear Movie Lions, hazy double IPA at 8.5% and 60 IBUs. You'll note in the glass the head has now receded to just a thin off-white head on the top. You can get some head retention on the top by moving it back and forth. So that I'm going to look at it. You can see it hazy. Like I said, the coloration is darker than it's appearing on the camera. It's more of a darker orange color, but it's definitely haze. And it's not a chill haze. It's a real haze kind of look to it. Let me get a nose on it. Well, you can smell the dankness and the hop resin right on the front end of this. So I'm assuming the 60 IBUs that you're going to get are showing up in the nose pretty strongly. Let me get a taste. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers, Michael.
Oops, wrong one.
Okay. The taste does follow the nose. You're getting a lot of dankness, a lot of resin. You're getting some pine in the flavor. Pretty strong bitterness, although, it's not something which is overwhelming. So if you're used to drinking IPAs, this IPA would not overwhelm you. If you don't like IPAs, this would not be one you'd be wanting to try because it is definitely bitter. What else am I getting? Kind of like an oily, kind of slick feel to it. And yet they've done a good job because there's kind of a creaminess as well. So it's well balanced. And they've done a good job of masking the alcohol as well. It's 8.5%. And I won't say it drinks like a session because it drinks like more than a session. But if you were to tell me that this was only 6.5% or 6.8, I could believe it because they really have masked it well. It's 8.5, so it's pretty strong, double IPA. Chadeo is a little bit more than this, but in the same kind of range. And I'm really enjoying it. But let's get the cheese into the action. Here is my Gouda cut up into pieces, and let me taste one first by itself. And mine is also like Beer Man's from Holland, and it's made from goat. So goat milk. This is a really nice full flavor cheese, and it's creamy, and I like the flavor. Let's see how it goes with the beer.
Nice cheesers.
Cheers, Mike.
It actually seems to go pretty well. there's fat in the cheese. It seems like the IPA cuts the fat of the cheese, so it spreads out the flavor, and in a very positive way. Let me try another piece.
That's nice.
No, it's good. I didn't know how an IPA would mix with Gouda. And I just figured if it's going to be a little bit bitter, maybe that bitterness. It seems like the cheese also tones down the bitterness of the beer, if you understand what I mean.
Oh, brings out more flavors, or
Well,
a lot of the flavors and start to.
I'm getting more flavor in the cheese. It's like spreading it out, and the bitterness in the beer is not as accented, which is a very nice, flavor combination. I'll come back with the number when we come back around.
Awesome, man. Great review.
Series of numbers.
Cool, man. Here we go. Or miscellaneous.
All right.
Thanks, Michael.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and start with the beer first. So, yeah, head's died down. It's got some lacing, leaving. But, yeah, we'll go for the nose. Right up front, you get that nice umami smoke kick off of this. It's got a real bacon forward kind of smokiness, almost like an applewood type of smoke. Not sure that's what they use. It's a almost slight, like campfire. Other than that, it's this is hard to describe. It smells like a drier. It's got a drier smell to it. I mean, almost like a crackery. Definitely more on the biscuity side though. Dry malt coming through. Yeah, smells awesome. Cheers, guys. I mean, it's always a pleasure to have this beer. This is one that I really, really like. And, I mean, for 5.1%, it's a light bodied beer, pushing medium. Carbonation is very low in this. Smokiness is there on the malt build for sure. I'd say a semi-dry finish. Definitely getting that biscuity, crackery kind of dryness and malt flavor on the back, but definitely a very umami beer, reminiscent of, like I said, like bacon or like a good cured summer sausage, not some of that cheaper stuff, but fantastic. Absolutely love it. Glad that I could snag the last bottle off the shelf for the show. So yeah, for the Boar's Head, the Chipotle Gouda. So it's got a nice, rich, like milky smell to it. Obviously the vegetables there. This has chipotle peppers and jalapenos in it. It's got a tangy, tart kind of note to it. I'm not sure that this is a smoked Gouda. It doesn't state that on the packaging, but maybe the peppers, maybe they roasted the chilies or something like that, because color's a little dark. You got a nice big old seed right there, jalapeno seed. So yeah, try the cheese. It's rich, it's bold, it's savory. Nice, like I said, nice tang. Almost, it's got like a lingeringness to it, It's not like a real quick, it doesn't melt real good on the palate or displace too quickly. The peppers aren't too much. I notice sometimes you get sometimes cheese that has like different vegetables or whatever they put in it, peppers, they can be a little bit more on the vegetable side, like on the, I'd say like raw vegetable flavored side, like a raw jalapeno or a raw. I don't know, but this it's great. I would highly recommend it for sure. Go try them together. I'm sorry, I kind of cheated. I knew this was gonna work.
That's all right. Steady it up.
Good cheese, good beer. Gouda. See, that was my thought. It's like I got a non-smoked Gouda to go with the smoked beer, so you can't lose.
No.
Because smoked Gouda is absolutely amazing. So, so the cheese, it does tone down the smokiness of the beer a little bit. And the beer tones down a little bit of that vegetal pepper flavor. You still get that tangy, rich, creamy Gouda. And although this isn't a really spicy cheese, like that one you had the other week from Board said that 3 pepper or whatever, this is way more mild than that. But I will say that the beer accentuates the heatiness of the cheese, brings it up a bit, which is good. In my opinion, it's not like burning your tongue out of your mouth, but alcohol and capsaicin, alcohol always seems to bring that capsaicin up just a little bit more. So I've got no complaints. Like I said, now it's almost like a chipotle jalapeno smoked Gouda with and a beer. Can't lose. Fantastic pairing.
Awesome, man. Oh yeah, dude. Glad that worked.
That looks freaking
Sounds good.
phenomenal together.
Yeah, it does.
Damn.
All right, man. Thank you, Miscellaneous. We got Bumpy next. Right.
All right, you ready for the noise? I'm going to start off with the beer. Julius Ector, Dunkel, Weiss beer, Hefeweizen, Dunkel. The aromas. It has some nice, like brown bread notes to it. There's a bit of a fruitiness, and beyond the banana, it kind of seems like it's a. Hey, any way you can like go in the other room? So there's a chocolatey, like a powdered chocolate type aroma covering like a banana. Yeah, there's that.
Roll with it, Bumpy. It's going. We can hear you.
This is like, it's so hard to concentrate in this house right now. So hopefully I dulled that down enough. Yes. It's dark bread. It's got this kind of like cocoa powder, chocolate covered banana flavor. There is a fruitiness to it as well. And the aromas. Cheers. Let's go in.
Cheers.
Good.
Cheers.
Cheers, man. Hell yeah.
Chocolate covered banana. Yeah.
Kind of a lighter side, medium body to it. Medium carbonation. Not super drying to the palate. It kind of comes off with this kind of tangy fruit note up front, mixed in with that kind of brown bread note. Like it's tangy, like almost to the point of like I'd say like red grapes type deal. And then there is that banana note that kind of sneaks in there, kind of masking in with the brown bread note. Little bit of a clove hint at the end. So they're playing that other game. It's similar to Cards Against Humanity, but it's like slide the DMs.
Okay. I was thinking apples.
You know. Anyways, the cheese. It's got a nice smoky smell to it. Yeah, it's a decent smoke. It's not overpowering. There's a subtle hint of of the underlying cheese. I would say it's kind of a little bit on that kind of nutty side, but nutty and smoked. Does have that nice rind around the edge, which is edible. So I will be eating that. It is a bit harder and drier, but it's a very kind of flexy, bendy cheese, and it's pretty soft on the palate. You eat it kind of doesn't quite melt in your mouth, but it's very easy to chew. It's like chewing bread or something. You just chew on it and it just kind of gets this consistency. Beyond the smoke, there is that kind of smokiness that hits the palate. A bit of a selenium, a little bit of that salt, buttery. Smoky butter, salty, creamy, moist.
As long as you use the word heart attack next, we'll be okay.
Yeah, I mean it's got a lot going for it. I do like that there's that bit of a salt note in there because that does kind of zazz up the tongue along with that smoke. But eating the cheese. Mm-hmm. All that smokiness just envelops the palate, kind of like you smoking out on a smoker, and you just open up your mouth as the smoke's coming out, and you just inhale it. And you wash it down in the beer. Smokiness still kind of lingers after you swallow the beer. You do get kind of that quick hint of that kind of red grape wininess from this beer. The banana note seems to disappear though with the smokiness from the cheese. Brown bread notes are kind of still there. All right, now let's try drink the beer, eat the cheese.
Cheesers, Bumpy.
Cheesers. Oh.
Cheesers.
Sorry.
So if you drink the beer first, like you just swallow the beer and then you throw the cheese in your mouth, it takes away the smokiness from the cheese, which is like some of the best parts of this cheese is that smoky flavor. And for some reason, when you drink the beer first, I think it's kind of that tart, like I said, kind of like a red grape type thing going on, the tartness. I think that's just distracting the palate from the smokiness. From the opposite. Although if you eat the cheese first and then drink that, the smokiness comes back. And it kind of does the opposite on the reverse. It takes the smokiness out of the cheese and makes the cheese taste kind of dull, kind of nutty, and just a slight salty. So I'll come up with a score and whether or not I think this works together. Cheers. I'm going to go back to being muted because it's stupid loud.
Cheers.
Go tune them up, Bumpy. Go tune them up.
Oh, shit. All right, here we go. Chadeo, thanks, Bumpy.
Just take your back scratch and just start.
Yeah.
I'm on the head with it.
Hit them. No,
beat their asses. Yeah, do it. Yeah, no, stabby. Just scratch your backs. All right, so I'm gonna start up with the cheese. Since I've done this one plenty of times, it's same old good stuff. I just realized I'm using my cutting board upside down. Well, genius right here. Still works. The appearance of the cheese, it's a nice light yellow color with, let's see if I can find a rind. Kind of see the rind there. Might pick it up, may not. You can kind of see the difference. Nice golden in color rind. Yeah, good looking cheese. It's squishy. A little creamy too. It's melty. Awesome. The aroma. Smoky. Getting that milkiness. And some earthy notes in it too. Very yummy. Want to smell?
To be honest with you, the cat looks like she wants some cheese, bro.
Yeah.
You know what? You want to taste? Give me a second. I'm gonna give her a little taste. How about that? Here we go. Little taste. Right there, right in front of your face. All right. Cheers. I'm gonna give it a try.
Cheers. Cheezers.
Oh, it's cat approved.
She likes it. She likes it. She likes it. She don't likes it. She was like, I want more.
And you got a new Tuesday, friend.
She won't do the beer though. Good flavor, lightly smoked, savory, some saltiness there too. Good stuff. And creamy. It just melts in the mouth and in the hand. So there's the cheese. Now back to the beer, which I've been sipping on because it's a pretty rad beer right here. The Sweetwater 420 Imperial IPA, 9.1%. So go over the appearance real quick again. Copper in color. Had a one finger head. Kind of holds on to it a little bit more than I expected. So pretty good there. Let's see. Had mixed them bubbles at the beginning. Now it's just a very light, relaxed effervescence in there still. Check the aroma. Tropical, danky, cat furry. Booze is not really detected. Nope. Cheers, and I give her a little taste.
Cheers, Chadeo.
Cheers, man.
Can get that 60 IBU pretty quickly off the top. It's got that hoppiness and resinness to it. Tropical notes come into it about a few seconds into the experience. The dankness is very prominent, though. You're getting just huge hop through it. And I'm getting some booziness out of it, too. So before I drink it all and eat all the cheese, let's combine it. Cheese first.
Cheezers.
Couch cheese. Couch cheese.
Can't find cheezers. There it is.
Yay!
That's an interesting beer. I want to talk more about it off air.
Ooh. The bitterness just completely gets cut up. It's just bam, gone. And you're getting a lot of like the smokiness just mixing in with the tropicalness. Wow. This works together really well. Now I'm getting like creaminess on the back end, like milkiness in the back end. Yeah. It's
Tropical. What? I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna press it like on what. It's like.
It's just I don't know. Mango. It says it right here. Mango, peach, some pineapple in there.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's most of the pineapple. See, I didn't even read the back.
Pineapple comes up as dank because when you put it in the boil, it changes the smell.
There you go. So. Yeah, I didn't look at the description at all before this. I had the can just facing me. I didn't want to read it until I tried it. This is the first time I'm actually doing like a full pour of this. I took a sip when I gave my neighbor a can of this about a week ago, and that was it. And I'm like, all right, kind of have an idea of what it is, but not a lot. This beer is great. The cheese is great. The combination is great. I'll have a score the next time around.
Nice,
Cheers, man. Cheers, panel. Cheers, chat. You guys are lively. And
Cheers.
yes, Middle Fruit, you are royal.
Yeah. All right, so y'all are starting with cheese. I am going to also. This is a Gouda, of course, 100,000 days, 1,000 days old, aged.
I was going to say 100,000 days.
What's that? A little over 3 years, 3.5 years. So yeah, let's get into the cheese. So it's oily on the outside of this real hard shell, like, just shiny and hard. The aged part of it. The outside, the inside is oily, really oily and hard, firm cheese. Smells kind of similar, somewhat, but a little more pungent, of course, than like cheddar or something like that, like an aged cheddar. But it's got its own nuttiness. It's got like a nuttiness to it or something, like a milky, salty. Like, yep, the salinity of it is very. It's got a slight, like a good saltiness to it. Milky. Smells like it smells like it could be goat milk as well. It has like kind of that earthiness thing going. Where cow milk isn't as earthy to me. I don't know.
Is that a US? Is that a US cheese?
It's a Holland, yeah, I guess Dutch, yeah. So it just breaks. It's hard, just breaks. Let's eat it. You can eat the outside as well. Oh, it's a kind of powdery, like real stiff cheese, oily, salty, very salty. The aged thing is really coming through with the smoky nuttiness. It pastes your mouth, your tongue, your palate. Everything gets pasty after it mushes. But it really takes a while to kind of break it down with your teeth and your tongue. It's very, it's got like that cheddar thing, but it's more aged, more hardcore. Like there's more milkiness to it. There's more of an earthiness and nuttiness. It's got its own. It actually has some caramel. There's some caramel. I said there was caramel in this. There's caramel in the flavor and like a slight, maybe a caramel like popcorn or something flavor, or a caramel, just caramely, like a salted caramel. Tastes like that Switzerland cheese I had. The soft. It looked like a caramel cube. If you ever can see that, find that, go get that. It's weird. And you're thinking it tastes like caramel, but it's all salty and weird. Yeah. This tastes kind of like that. This is good, man. I like that a lot. I like the saltiness. All right. I probably should have done the beer first. Shit. That's all right. We're already getting a pairing right now. All right. So the beer, I've had this awesome Scotch ale, or wee heavy, whatever you want to call it. Going in the nose again, it's got a nice, like a toffee raisin, or like a butterscotchy toffee, weird caramely raisin blend with a nice brown bread. There's a brown bread, more of the center of the brown bread, not the crust. Weedy kind of barley, just real malty. It doesn't really have a whole lot of bitterness in there in the nose. There's more sweetness. We already looked at it, but it's a ruby beer, ruby colored, almost brownish ruby colored beer. Left a lot of lacing on there, more lacing than leggage. Just real nice and webby looking around the edge there. Let's drink it. Cheers.
Cheers, beer man.
Cheers.
Cheers, bud.
It's being served probably at what they would serve it in Scotland as. At the moment, it's about 55 degrees, cellar temp, 55. It's really smooth and creamy. There's not a whole lot of carbonation. It's not too spicy on the tip of the tongue or anywhere else in the mouth. It's not real jumpy, but it does have kind of a hard water, dryness, calcification kind of thing going on, like a dry kind of, like just like limestoney or something, or just very call it chalkboardy or something. I don't know. It does have that kind of just that hard water mineral kind of flavor or feeling, more or less, in the mouthfeel. The body is, but it's not bad. It's actually, it goes with it really well. The dryness kind of smooths out the sweetness in it, and any of the off like pudding fruitiness that sometimes you don't want in a beer, because just don't feel like drinking that kind of beer. Especially like these ones with the plummy. I got to get used to them, man. I like Scotch ales a lot. I love Scottish beers. It's just there's something that you kind of have to get used to, especially like the wee heavies. They got more of the raisins, the like kind of a figgy raisin. They have that roasted barley, of course, the malty breadiness, a slight. You almost wonder if they put heather instead of hops or something like that to kind of lighten the dose on bitterness. Sweetness is taken out by the dryness of maybe the malts, the roasted malts, or maybe the nice bitterness that they put in the beginning. Who knows? But it's very nice. Maybe they added sugar. Who knows? But it's nice and dry. It feels good in the back. It lays off quickly. Probably a medium finish. Drinkable. Oh, freaking hell yeah, man. This is a really drinkable Scotch ale. Very, very, very drinkable. Now let's put it with the beer. Let's put our cheese. Let me get the rat in there. Kind of already went with it, but we're going to mush a little more through the mouth. That's got the flavor crystals in it, man. The little crystals. I like the salt crystals. I love that crunch on the cheese. Adds texture. It's really hard to chew, though. I kind of like that. The creamy, salty. The salty goes with the salty goes with the sweet. The salty goes with the fruit. The fruit kind of gets the fruit kind of goes down. It's not so raisiny anymore. It kind of just blends in with the saltiness and the creaminess of the cheese. It's really nice. The nuttiness goes really good with the malts being used in this. Oh, that's really good. That's a good, real good blend. These can tend to, in my opinion, they can tend to be a little mayonnaise throaty in the back sometimes if they get like a little too dark fruity, like sweet. But this has got a real nice dry feel to it. The cheese is real dry and creamy and salty, and it just blends good. The agedness of this, the aging of this, the pungency goes well with the complexity of this beer. It's very nice. All right, man. Let's get back to this. Let's go back to Michael, if you're ready, buddy. All right.
I am ready.
Cool.
Here's what the bottle looks like. There's the bottle again with the lion on the front, and I really enjoyed the beer. I still have a little bit left. I would recommend this beer, by the way, because it really does mask the alcohol well, and it's very well balanced. And I like Stone a lot anyway. I like their whole routine of having, very hoppy, very resiny, dank beers. I like those beers. I also like New England IPAs as well, but I do like some of the dank beers from my IPA past. And I really enjoyed the Gouda cheese as well. I'm going to give this beer a 95. So it's a solid A. And I'm going to give the Gouda cheese a 94. So it was really tasty, and I really liked it. I'm going to give the combination a 96 because I thought that the combination actually picked up both the beer and the cheese. So I would highly recommend Gouda with this type beer, but I guess it depends on what hop combinations are used by the brewer, because maybe with different hops, it might be totally different. So I'm not sure that you could get the same effect. You could have another beer that's 8.5% and 60 IBUs with different hops, and it could be completely different. So with this beer, that's how I feel. With another one, maybe not so much. But I recommend the beer, and I recommend the cheese. Mine came from Holland via my food co-op, and it was made with goat milk, and definitely a nice, soft, tasty cheese, and I really enjoyed it.
Nice. Man, those are great numbers. Awesome. I'm glad that worked for you. Didn't waste your money. So cool, man. Thank you, Michael.
Thanks, beer man.
Do you want to? We can. We'll wait. We'll shout out after. All right, cool. Let me get Miscellaneous up here.
All right. Yeah, I can't remember how Paul said this one. The Shirla, I think is what they call this. Yeah, the classic smoke beer. My opinion on this, I've had, I think, all the variants except the Urbach. For a smoke beer, Especially this particular product. I think the Marzen is the top notch one. It's a bit more smoky on the nose. It's a little bit more robust than the other ones. Not saying that those aren't as smoky or anything like that. This one's definitely bringing the noise. In my opinion, it's a world class beer. I mean, just in Roush beers in and of itself, to put it in a category with other smoke beers, this one's at the top of my list. I believe I've scored this. I've had this beer, I think, 4 different times now, and I've stepped away from that 100. You know, I would put this at a 98. You know, I've had some smoke beer since then. Not technically a Roush beer, but some smoke malt beers. They don't hold up. But like I said, I'm starting to dial back on my scoring and leave a little room in case somebody comes out of the woodwork and blows it out of the water. But this is an absolutely phenomenal product. If you're into any kind of smoky flavored beer, umami, bacon, almost like campfire-y kind of flavor note, with a semi-dry, biscuity, crackery malt on it, it's fantastic, dude. Hands down.
Oh yeah, Roush beer is my favorite.
Like my friends that they don't drink craft beer, I would bring this around and let them try it. It would go whichever way it goes, but very, very, very good product, world renowned. As for the Chipotle Gouda from Boar's Head, it's good. Holds up well. Can leave it sitting out for a while. Like I said, I always do that charcuterie board kind of thing. Is this a table cheese? Yes, this is a table cheese. You can leave this out to sit with crackers, deli meats, things like that. It's going to hold up. It's not going to get soggy or mushy, I guess, to a certain extent. Depends on how long you leave it out. But very mild heat to it. Jalapeno is good. You get a slight smokiness from the chipotle peppers. Oh, Drewski. Do you wake up finally? Somebody better drop Drewski the link for the after party. Threw me all off. Yeah, that's how I feel, Drewski, if you really want to know. Great cheese. I'll score it at a 95. I like their three pepper Gouda. It's really good. That's more on the spicier end. This is still a really good cheese. Yeah, pairing wise, it's I put it at 99. It's fantastic. I mean, like that umami, tangy, vegetal, peppery cheese with the mild heat works great with that smoky, medium light bodied beer with that crackery biscuit, and the smoke on the beer adds more to the cheese because chipotle peppers are smoky, but this is not a smoked Gouda, you know. And that bacon umami type of note that comes from the beer, obviously going to work well with Gouda, you know. So fantastic. I set myself up for success today. So
nice. Excellent, man.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, man.
Cheers,
yeah,
dude.
like I was saying, Roush beer is my favorite style of all time. I love it. It's perfect all year round. Fireplace, camping,
right.
hiking.
There we go. Oh yeah.
I mean, the last of the cheese. I did share it around a little bit with all the guests. But let's start with the beer. Julius Ector. I've had the regular Hefeweizen beer. And to me, I definitely prefer quite a few German breweries Hefeweizens over the Julie Sector one. As far as regular Hefeweizens, that being like the Weissstefan or now I got myself in a trap because I can't think of the other names of the breweries, but the other ones, all the other ones, are better. The Julie Sector kind of falls on a lower scale, I'd say, maybe within the top 10, anyways, but below probably the top 4 German breweries for Hefeweizens that I've had. And I think I kind of follow suit with their Dunkel Hefeweizen. It's decent. The thing that's throwing me off is that kind of tart, like red grape or red wininess that I get. It's just this kind of like weird acidity level with a Dunkelweizen that's just not agreeing with my palate. I don't really care for that fruit note in this beer. It's decent overall though. I like the like kind of dried cocoa covered banana type note that it gives. There's certain things that are really good, but I'm going to give it a 92 out of 100. The beer. So cheers. I did open up a second one just in case the first bottle was just bad or something, but no, it's the same. It's just the way the beer is.
Nice.
Not disgusting, drinkable, but look for something else. The cheese, not awesome. It's also not my favorite smoked Gouda. Having this cheese, it's good. It's edible. Obviously, it's gone. It wasn't thrown in the trash, but I've had I think one of my first smoked Goudas I had was from Boar's Head, and I think the Boar's Head smoked Gouda just blows this out of the water. So for the cheese here, this apple smoked natural Gouda cheese, smoked with apple and hardwood. I'm going to give it a 94 out of 100. Pairing, I can't say that it really went all that well. It wasn't the worst thing ever, but it didn't. There was nothing like that. Nothing enhanced anything. There was only subtraction from either eating the cheese, drinking the beer, or drinking the beer, eating the cheese. There was just subtractions. There wasn't an enhancement of anything. It didn't bring out more enjoyability on either part of the cheese or the beer. It just subtracted. So I'm going to actually go and say that this pairing did not work well because of that. Because how can a negative be positive? It can't unless one of your screws comes loose on your negative and it goes whoop, and then you have a line like this and you had your negative like this and then that makes a positive, but that didn't happen. Sure didn't. Shout outs. We doing those later? We're doing
we can do them now. We're gonna do them later, but yeah, I don't care.
We can do them later. No, we'll do them later.
Okay, we'll do it after.
It was super noisy here. I was trying to concentrate.
You're all right, dude. You're all right. Hell yeah.
All
right. Thanks, man. All right. We're gonna get to Chadeo. Thanks, Bumpy.
Cheers.
All right. Cheers.
Why do I always have to go after a Debbie Downer and try to have to be a W upper? But yeah, the Sweetwater 420 Imperial IPA, very, very solid. I got smidge laughs, so we're gonna finish it right now. It's a very solid Imperial IPA. You can't really taste it, but I'm kind of feeling it a little bit. So the beer is, like I said, it's really good. It's a 95 out of 100. Solid A beer right there. If you guys can eventually you guys can find it. I do recommend picking it up if you do. Now the cheese, it's just turned into wood, except for I've got a half pound left for cooking and whatnot. This cheese is what it's been every time I've had it. It is a 98 out of 100. Very solid. Smoked Gouda. Like I said, I'm 99% certain it is Boar's Head. I figured the grocery store just took a wheel, just cut it up in different pieces, wrapped it, and just sold them individual pieces. Because at the grocery store, some were really small, some were really big. This was a medium size. I think I paid $6.29 for 0.63 pounds. So between half a pound and 3/4 of a pound, worth every penny. Great, great, great cheese. The combination, holy shnikes, man! I wasn't expecting that. Goodness, wow, what a great combination! Because it took you just through just different experiences than I expected. It's just you got different stuff from it. You were able to pick out each little individual thing throughout, like the beer, throughout the cheese. The combination is a 99 out of 100. Not the Holy Grail, just a smidget short of the Holy Grail. There could be a better combination when it comes to the smoked Gouda. That's how I'm kind of looking at this. Like, okay, I want to see what pairs really well with the smoked Gouda. So far, this is the best pairing I've done with the Boar's Head smoked Gouda. So I'll have some shout-outs next time around.
Chadeo, what did you give the beer again? What was your rating for the beer?
The beer was a 95.
And the cheese was 98.
98 combined 99. Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
You're
very
welcome.
good scores. All you guys have been doing real well here. Cool. All right. It's me.
Yep.
All right. So I'm a little blurry. High five.
Me too.
Cheap ring. Hey, it's kind you can pull apart. I lost my wedding ring. All right. You guys didn't see that. Okay. Yeah. So just a good let's start with it's good. It's a good cheese, man. It actually had that. It didn't say smoky like you were saying, but it did have a kind of a smoky aginess to it. Very salty, buttery, very awesome, crunchy, like that crunchy salt thing on the outside. Very nice, smooth, creamy, textured beer. Very complex, or cheese. I mean, same beer was complex too, but just very enjoyable to eat. It really took a while to chew it down, but I was very impressed. I'm always impressed with a good Gouda. I love Goudas. So I would give the cheese like a 96, definitely. Let's go with the 96 on that. Definitely a mid-range, a little above. Now with the beer, the alcohol was pretty well hidden. Just some last notes I got here. It got a little warmer, of course, as it warmed up, and it was more in the throat. It wasn't in the sinuses or anything like that, the nose. I did get a little cherry Dr. Pepper that came out, kind of a cherry Coke or cherry soda water or something like that came through. That was as it warmed up. I think a more tannin wine barrel aged forward beer would work, kind of like maybe even like an Ode Brune or something, or like a barrel aged stout that's barrel aged in wine barrels, red wine or something like that, to give out a little more tannins and like complexities on that side of it all. I think that would work really well, because they did say this goes well with red wine. So I was just kind of thinking like, yeah, maybe you're right. But this was a very good mix. The beer, I'm going to give that freaking, man, this was like probably one of the most enjoyable Scotch ales I've had. I'm going to give it a 98. I thought it was delicious. Just excellent. With the cheese in it just melded perfectly. It kind of married it. It was like husband and wife. It just like, you're going to be living for the rest of your life together. You're never getting divorced, and everything's cool. You're going to have a lot of kids, and everything's good. It was like the perfect picture. I guess you could call it Holy Grail, in my opinion, though. Just the salty, creamy, the complexity of the cheese, the richness, the crunchy awesomeness of it, and mixed in with this hardcore dark, like a nicely roasted, let's say, malty, brown bready, raisin, figgy kind of like tasting toffee caramel beer. It's so many complex flavors came through this, and mouthfeels, and like the body was just perfect, and it mixed well with the body of the cheese, and it just went nice. So I'm gonna give it a 99 as well. I thought it was delicious. I'm staying a point under, but just in case. So yeah, very good. Let's go to the big screen and shout our stuff. Let me get everyone in their position. Is that right? Or were you first, Miscellaneous, or Bumpy? Bumpy? Or, no, it was Miscellaneous.
There we go.
Like that. There we go.
Perfecto.
Perfect. All right, Michael, do you have anything to shout out?
As far as shout outs go, the past 2 weeks, John Anilli has been delinquent and has not shown up as the host on Stout Sunday. And I'm his co-host, so I don't necessarily go on Jay's show or on, it's not anything personal against them. It's just I'm waiting for my host to come back. And he's assured me that he will, but only time will tell. Hopefully he'll be back at 10:30.
Those are facts right there.
And that's it, because three straight would not go over well with the beer community.
That's it. We're gonna have to pull his card after that, Michael.
Whatever, but we got to keep the pressure on, and hopefully he won't have anything to do except do Stout Sunday, and he will. Bumpy, I've made a list of my favorite Hefe Wiesens, and we'll see if some of these are in higher than the one you had. The famous old one, the Wehen Stefaner, which is from 1000, whatever it is. They're the first brewed, I think. Hefe is one that's on my list. Also, Hacker Shore has one. I don't know if that's better than the one you had. Frannis Connor. Have you had Frannis Connor? That's another Hefe. Did I have one more? Those two. Paul Anner makes one, but it's not the greatest, but it's okay.
I like the Polliner one over the Weisstefaner one, because I like more banana forward.
Okay, so those are some of the good Hefes, and the more banana forward, I think for me too, that's what I like also in my Hefe.
Yeah, I
but
like the banana.
We welcome John to return, and we're all hopeful.
Yep.
Yeah, those are the ones I was thinking of. I had that Frank whatever one you said.
Frannis Connor.
The Frannis Connor. I've only had that once at an actual German restaurant. There we go. We have an authentic German restaurant here in New Hampshire, and that's the only time I've ever had that. It was really nice.
Miscellaneous is getting to the bottom of his beer, I can tell.
Noise.
Yeah.
All right. Well, cool, man.
Thank you, Beer Man, for hosting.
Yeah, dude. You're welcome. Miscellaneous brew reviews. What do you got to say now?
Same old spiel, man. I'm on Instagram. You can go check me out. Same handle. I'm actually, if I remember, I'm going to post a video after this. I've already got one recorded, ready to go on a beer that I showed off last night, but I couldn't tell anybody about it. You've had it. It's the Triple Berry Shake from Great Notion. Fantastic brew. So yeah, that video should be dropping soon. Other than that, tomorrow, man, Chugs, 9:00 Eastern Standard Time. As far as I'm aware of, he said every first Wednesday of the month the show will run. So to my knowledge, we will be playing the game tomorrow. Things happen. People are busy.
Bring it on.
That's all right. I won 2 in a row.
I know. I'm slacking, man. I haven't won.
Trying to take Bumpy down. It's a long road now.
Long and bumpy road.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. No, subscribe to everybody. Go check Alex the Beer Master out. 8:00 Eastern Standard Time on Friday. It will be your favorite fruit paired with a beer.
Yeah.
No, okay. That's good. That's easy enough. Cool. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you, Miscellaneous. Bumpy Road Brewery.
Unmuting. Yeah, the shout outs. Well, we'll start off with Drewski called me, and he also text messaged me, and then I told him I was doing beer and cheese on Bear Man's channel. So
That's right.
Showed up here in the chat.
Nice.
Cheers to.
Did he ask you if you wanted to arm wrestle?
I don't know what the hell he said. It was so noisy here. I couldn't hear it. Plus, I think he's drunk.
Oh shit!
No way.
No,
That's
certainly.
Bumpy, that's impossible.
The other shout outs, let's see. We got Multi Monday coming up. The poll is out there. You can find that poll on Bearman's community page. It's also in the link to the last Multi Monday, and Demanding Telly wants to come in. It's one of those days. So, yeah, the last Multi Monday, which we just did, Belgian strong golden / pale. Jersey's calling me again. Hello, Jersey. I'm still doing this. I can't talk to you.
Give us a few, buddy.
The poll comes down tomorrow night, 8 p.m. That's Wednesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So get your votes in prior to then. We'll find out what the next brew is going to be on the next Multi Monday. After dark beer is on Sunday. Just bring a dark beer. That's at the same time. Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What else do I have? Oh, my wife brought me home a bunch of cool items. So I will be sending out some packages to my online YouTube friends, the ones that I hang out with. We do, you guys all know who you are. So I'll have to make sure I have everybody's address and stuff, but I'll be sending out some things to you. Not to beers per se, but just some interesting things. And I'll just say that if you don't want them, you can always sell them, and they go for some decent money if you want to sell whatever I send you. But a lot of you guys are going to be receiving some packages from me. So, cheers.
Very nice. Cheers, man.
Miscellaneous will have some other stuff that I've been promising him too.
Nice.
I'm getting an exclusive.
All right. Thanks, Bumpy. Chadeo, it's all you, man.
Well, I did have a shout out, and then I looked at something, and it just got pulled back. I hit 650 about an hour and a half ago, and now I'm back down to 649. So I was gonna shout that out. But hey, I want to thank you guys. You guys have been a huge support here at the Chadeo channel. I did technically hit 650. We'll get back there again, but overall, same old tomorrow. Continuing.
Yeah, dude, are you sending us Bitcoin?
Yeah. So tomorrow
it's been doing well lately.
Yeah. Tomorrow we're going to continue. Foods on Wednesday, food review Wednesday. We're continuing Asian food. So I got some more Asian food coming out tomorrow. Other than beer reviews, grilling videos, rugby reaction videos, all that fun jazz here. So yeah, cheers.
Nice, man. Cheers,
Daddy.
All right, so beer cheese for next week is just your own thing. Bring it, man. 8:00 Eastern, whatever you want. Open table. Wednesday will be. I'm almost thinking maybe we'll just do like one more adjunct and then Bumpy into. We'll do one more. We're gonna do this last one. We'll do an adjunct this week, and then we'll go into the beer mixer. And I'm gonna do that for 4 weeks because that'll be kind of fun. So. We'll do that at 6:00 Eastern if you want to be here on Wednesday tomorrow. So, rest of the week I'm just usually working on the brewery and stuff like that. So, I usually don't step in unless I go to like Fridays. So, with Alex, and if I can make it on Sundays, I'll try. But I usually do the Sunday night with Bumpy there. So, I try to support you guys as best I can. And I'm doing as good as I can. So much love to you guys in the community and here in the panel. Thank you, chat. You guys rock, man. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this banner off and do the outro.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, man.
Yeah. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.